Yo, scrolling guys, it's Houston Sports Talk back in the video day, and we're going to be talking about some free agency acquisitions I want the Houston Texans to make as we get closer and closer to the negotiating period, and we're 8 minutes away until where teams and players can agree to deals, and it's just the only thing about it is it's nothing is official. So yeah. Getting close, 8 minutes away, and I'm going to be talking about some of these signings that I like the Houston Texans to make in free agency. Let's get started. The Texans have some money to spend in free agency, about $39 million, and I some of these moves I'd love for the Texans to make. Let's go over it. I got 3 on defense, 3 on offense. Let's go. All right, so the 3 on defense. I'd love for the Texans to make these moves on defense. Sign Jermont Jones from the Denver Broncos. I love him, the way he plays. It's just number one, the need of defensive end at Jermont Jones' position with defensive end for the Texans. How bad they need that, and how good he is with run stopping, and how many sacks he gets. I mean, bringing pressure to the quarterback. I love what he will bring to the Texans defense, especially what D'Amico Ryans is trying to do here in Houston and make a change with our defense. So I would love that signing for the Houston Texans. Let's move on. I would also love the Houston Texans to sign Jimmy Ward from the San Francisco 49ers. There are going to be a couple players that D'Amico is interested in signing from the San Francisco 49ers, a place where he comes from, and I would really love that signing for the Texans. I want the Texans to get another safety alongside Jalen Petrie, and I think the perfect fit is Jimmy Ward. He's a guy comes from San Francisco's team, knows D'Amico. I think that's the perfect guy for the Houston Texans to sign at the safety position to play next and start next to Jalen Petrie. Then I actually got 2 other guys on defense. And now I think you get I don't know, you can't get all of them, but here's what I do here with this linebacker position thing. Or no, sorry, one's a defensive end. I either re-sign Ogbo Akokongwo, who was amazing last year at the end of the year, had like 5 sacks in the last, or 4 or 5 sacks in the last 3 games for us, and was just incredible. Had so many tackles for loss at the end of the season. He was going off for us last year. And if not that, I'd look at another guy who used to play or plays for San Francisco, Samson Adukam. I believe he plays defensive end, if not linebacker. But that's a guy who the Texans, could have interest in because he's a guy from San Francisco. But yeah, that's a guy that I think the Texans should have interest in as well as re-signing Ogbo. All right, move on. Let's move on to the offense real quick. Some guys here. I want the Texans to re-sign Jordan Akins. That's a must. Last year at the end of the stretch, Jordan Akins for the Texans was phenomenal. I mean, the way he stepped up and, was honestly one of the best Texans on our roster at the end of the season, just the way he was playing for this team. And with a rookie quarterback coming in, whether it's Bryce or CJ, I would love Jordan Akins to be here with one of those guys. I think if it's Bryce, I think Jordan Akins and Bryce have an amazing chemistry. I think those two guys, if Bryce and Jordan play together, I think they're gonna be great together. But I don't know. I think it'd be great. But yeah, let's go to running back. We have Dameon Pierce, obviously. I want the Texans to sign a backup running back that would be nice with Dameon Pierce, like a 1-2 punch. And that guy I got is Damian Harris. The Texans have so much interest with the Patriots. They always want to sign someone from New England. And I would like the Texans to sign a second running back for a backup running back. Like, not just a normal backup running back like Rex Burkhead and how bad he was, but a decent backup running back, someone who was basically the starter for New England. So I think Damian Harris would be a really nice 1-2 punch with Dameon Pierce, the Damians. Damian Pierce. But yeah, I think if the Texans could maybe, make some contact with him, maybe a deal could work out. Who knows? And then the last signing, I got another San Francisco guy. And this one, the Texans, has already been reported that a deal could be made between the two sides. Jake Brendel, the starting center for the San Francisco 49ers. The Texans need a center. Scott Quisenberry for us last year, was easily the worst center in the NFL. I think the Texans definitely need to make a move with that. Jake Brendel is a guy who's going to definitely be a better upgrade than Scott, and I think that would be great for the Texans to bring in someone else from the San Francisco side of things. You like guys from San Francisco, you like guys from New England. That's obvious. I think that deal will obviously happen in the next couple of days. You guys, let me know your thoughts. What you guys think the Texans need to do? Those are some of the things I have on the top of my list. I'm excited to see what the Texans do in free agency. We have some money to spend. We've already signed Robert Woods. We'll see what happens for the Texans in free agency. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy them. Your thoughts, and peace out. Go Texans.